Ay, sino ba? Sorry.
Okay ko lang.
No, hindi, go lang.
Ay,
Hindi, okay lang.
Nagkahiyaan pa.
Here we go.
Grabe yung tension, guys. High school pa yan.
Can I hold someone accountable?
Huwag si Diego.
Remember a Christmas party in my house?
Yeah.
And then Diego was like, yeah, next Christmas party, let's do it in my house.
What happened to that?
Coastal cleanup. Don't forget the coastal cleanup.
Yeah, but where's our grab kit?
So, how many years have you been waiting for the coastal cleanup? How many years?
how many days did Sir say, grab kit? Grab kit?
At least 3 times a week.
How many times did Sir say, Gab, late ka na naman?
Every day.
Every day.
If you're going to give advice to your younger, per dev to, to your younger self,
That's not a good
ito yung
option.
situation nyo ngayon, anong advice nyo?
Oh man. The things I'd love to say to my younger self.
Same swim mo.
Sorry. Sorry.
Ako meron, isa. It's okay to miss out. And it's okay to say no. Kasi parang feel mo na katapusan na ng mundo kapag... Meron kasi mga ganun tao na parang may feeling na katapusan na ng mundo kapag if you didn't take this opportunity or if you didn't take this kind of thing to do or activity. Pero you have to always weigh kung na yung priorities mo. The only thing that you need to do now and take care of first and foremost is yourself talaga. Yun yung akin. Yun.
Tama naman yun. Love yourself. Self-care first.
Yes. Sobrang weird niya pakinggan pero at some point ma-realize mo talaga na you have to really devote care for yourself. Kasi sa dulo ng lahat wala namang ibang mag-aalaga pa sa'yo kundi sarili.
I would just simply tell myself not to overthink and do not be a simp.
Ako naman, in relation to what Jetro said, it's so easy to compare yourself to others, especially in college. Like, oh, this person has good grades, this person has so many orgs. My advice is to maybe chill out and go at your own pace. Because your biggest competitor is yourself talaga. And yeah, just chill out. Don't focus on huwag ka tutok sa ACADS or orgs too much or don't do too much of anything. Have fun then once in a while. Like, you don't have to be productive all the time. Kasi I'm one of those people na who's guilty if, I'm not doing something productive. Parang I feel that I'm wasting my time. So yeah, I need to avoid that mindset.
Actually, medyo related sa sinabi ni Bea na parang me kasi before, not gonna lie, there were times na mas na-prioritize ko dance instead of ACADS. But then, when I started college, parang nag-change yung mindset ko na, okay, di na ako sasayaw, parang I have to focus on college, parang I need this to be prepared, ganyan. So, parang my focus was just school. I didn't join orgs because I wanted to adjust nga ng first year. And then, parang after the first year of college, I just felt so out of it na parang I felt so tired na ang taas ng standards na sinet ko sa sarili ko na parang I didn't allow myself to do the things that I used to enjoy every once in a while. So, parang my advice is don't be too hard on yourself. Parang every once in a while, it's nice to do the things that you enjoy doing din naman.
One is also, same sa inyo, really make time for yourself. As in, if you need to isolate yourself, na parang ako muna, do it. Because it's really gonna help you. And then second is, if alam mo na mali, huwag mo na gawin. It's your instinct na, no, this is not good for me. Pagsisihan ko yan in the future. Don't do it na. Because it's gonna be this weight in your back na you have to keep on carrying until na you find a way to like be okay with it. And you're also gonna live with it for the rest of your life. And then third is be yourself, like especially in your friendships. I know, as in like be yourself, and then that's because that's when you'll find who your true friends are.
Can I add also? I guess to add like what everyone said also, I think two things that I'd want to tell my previous or like the me before was number one, learn to let go, and it's not just like a hugot thing na let go of like emotional baggage and all that, but then sometimes with letting go, you allow yourself to really you allow yourself to stay grounded. Like sometimes we're so nababaon sa emotions, so we can't think rationally. That's actually the second thing I want to say na don't always listen to what you feel is right. Like minsan kailangan talaga mag-isip about what you're gonna do or what you're going to say, kasi sometimes talaga because of the emotions that we have, iniisip natin na okay, it's gonna pass kasi my emotions are gonna like get me through this, but then sometimes mahirap magpakatanga. And that's a reality that I learned in college, in life. And that's something I wish I knew when I was in high school and just younger in general. So I feel like in thinking about what you do and what you say, as well as not letting your emotions get the best or get the worst of you.
Sir, para sa akin lang, if I were to tell my younger self, sabihin ko sana na huwag na ipilit yung mga hindi pwede. Kasi darating yung panahon na malalaman mo kung ano talaga yung mahalaga. And by that time, you'll be more energized to actually pursue that.
Ako, something short and sweet lang. Pero it's okay to make mistakes. Na you'll only learn some lessons when you make the mistake and not from successes alone. And life's only gonna get harder. So all you gotta do is keep your chin up and keep moving forward, pero on your own pace, because you and someone else are not the same. You are two different people, and the only goal you can do is actually be beside them but not be them. So yun lang.
If I were to tell something to my younger self, I think I'd tell them two things. Like, first of all, don't be too afraid to open up to other people. Kasi, of course, there will be times na you will feel that you're misunderstood or anything. But that's okay, since you will be able to express yourself in the way that you can, in whatever way that you want to express yourself and whatever you're feeling. So, don't be too afraid to open yourself up to others, because by the end of the day, I think they will be able to understand you the way that you want to be understood. Then second, don't be too negative on yourself, and don't think too negatively, because that's going to affect your mindset throughout your whole stay. Even though you're like in front of very negative situations, or if you're in a very bad situation, I think that it's good to have a positive mindset that you'll be able to go through this, you'll be able to overcome this. Just think that there will always be people beside you waiting for your call for help. Don't take everything in just because you think that you can take it.
Ako naman, for those who are also pursuing the same like field that I am, which is mostly like freelance, huwag kayo magpagamit sa mga professionals sa industry. As in, ang dami ko na talagang experiences na parang, kasi I look up to this person, malaki siya sa industry, alam mo yung pangalan niya. It doesn't mean na all of the info, like the good info and good experiences come from them. Kasi minsan you realize, like what Hannah said, ang dami din palang parts ng industry na akala mo all good, pero sometimes it's like more of the bad than the good. So to the ones na alam kong mahirap yung freelance industry dito, lalo na yung entertainment industry and stuff like that, I really wish na wag din kayo magpagamit kasi talagang gagamitin kayo. So yun lang naman.
I have something. I think na especially after entering college, it's not the same as in high school where it's like, especially with our high school, super friendly natin lahat sa isa't isa. And sobrang warm ng CSA in general. It's not the same once you meet people from different cultures and like different na high school background. So I think like what I learned is sobrang iba talaga yung response nila sa'yo. And the best way that you can make friends is to be honest and like super accountable for your mistakes. Kasi we're like so grown up na by now na if you make a mistake or you know that you hurt someone, you should just own up to it and then like mend that. And yeah, it might, ako in my personal experience in college, it's like I feel like it's gonna take a lot of work and trial and error meeting the right like group of friends. Pero at the end of the day, like the people that I hold on to are the ones from high school pa rin. So I think that's really nice. So if you guys are still close with those people na high school friends, like some of you guys here, I think you should like work on that some more pa.
Me, I have one. I guess for me, everything kasi so fast-paced in college eh. Like, it feels like yesterday freshman pa lang ako. But then now we're like all seniors. It's so crazy. I wish I would have enjoyed everything more. Like, I wish I would have held to like all of those moments tighter. Because, I don't know, when you get to college, it's like, you don't get to bond with the same type of people every day like in high school. You don't get to have the simple things. Like everything's so much more different, so much more fast-paced and grown up, and you just have to make all the right decisions because it affects real people. So parang I wish I would have enjoyed the simple life more. But that's not to say to be careless. It's just enjoying the little things. Because when you grow up, it's like sometimes you lose sight of that.
I have something to say. I mean, for me, I guess what I tell myself is like, don't depend on others for your happiness. Like there was a point that I was so desperate for like validation from other people. That's where I based the whole concept of, let's say, self-worth or how I perceived myself. And I guess like looking back at it now, the only person who should really have like the power to upset you is, I mean, not that I'm saying you should upset yourself, but like you shouldn't give other people basically the power to play with your emotions, because your happiness should be dictated by you. And you should also be the most important person in all your decisions. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with just relying on yourself before anybody else. That's it.
Okay, me naman. I guess like the main thing that I want to tell myself like in high school was na it's okay to like fail from time to time, because I feel like but honestly like in college I realized that it's really part of what will make you as a person. It's not really something that's gonna take like not gonna lessen your value. It's just gonna add more to like how you are as a person and how you treat your experiences. So ayun, that's one thing. And also na wag rin siguro maliitin yung role natin sa world. And I think in CSA medyo na ano rin siya, like I was very close-minded with like what I can do for the world. It was just about what can I do for my future. But I guess I realized na building my dreams shouldn't just be about myself, but also about how I can help others through my dreams. So it's not just about, my growth, but me growing with the world, if it makes sense. So, yeah.
Ang dami kong natutunan like over the past like few years. parang based on our stories nga, ang active natin dati, for now, we're like taking some time to take care of ourselves. I guess that just makes me realize na like, parang naging motto ko na to, but passion is such a powerful thing kasi. Like, and that's the reason why parang sobrang active natin ever since we graduated, and ang laki ng dreams natin para sa sarili natin at para sa mundo. But the thing is, passion burns out, but commitment stays. Like, when it comes to working towards something in the future, even though parang cliche na sabihin to, pero there's really a lot of hard work involved in it. And it's not pretty. At times, it's really ugly. At times, like, it's gonna make you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. That's why nga I think dapat mas kumapit ka sa commitment to that dream rather than just that passion. And yeah. And aside from that, siguro specific lang to sa like career that I want in the future, which is like journalism or writing. Pero one thing like I realized din also is kung gusto mo magsulat, magbasa ka talaga muna. Parang, at kung gusto mo din magsulat ka ng magsulat. Kasi, yun nga, Edward, practice ka lang talaga ng practice. At, sometimes it gets really scary to put your work out there. Pero siguro, take it one thing at a time. Isa-isahin mo. Hindi naman kailangan maging perfect agad yung una mong i-publish.
Siguro I'll tell my younger self to really choose my friends wisely. Especially sa college, you're gonna meet so many people, so different backgrounds, different beliefs. So it's easy to just, befriend everyone. You want to get everyone's like approval. But in the end, parang who we become is really like a reflection of our group of friends. So yeah, it's really important to just surround yourself with people who would motivate you, would bring out the best in you. Like, you don't need a lot of friends. You don't need everybody's approval. You just need like specific people who you can learn from and who would be with you, especially during your lowest.
With all the events happening now, sa lahat ng ganap ngayon, how do you see it? Okay, paano nyo siya nakikita ngayon compared before? Paano nyo siya nakikita ngayon? And ano sa tingin yung magagawa nyo or kaya nyong gawin with all these events happening in our country, in the world right now?
Me, can I go?
Go.
Okay.
Last question ka na.
Okay, because I was super apathetic before. Like, I didn't give a shit about society in the Philippines. I was like so focused on myself. And like getting into my dream school, getting a good job, just like selfish things. But in college, sobrang nabuksan yung mata ko sa importance of everyone's role in it. Like no one can afford to be apathetic anymore. Like I wish that's something everyone learns in college, and I think everyone of us knows naman. So in relation to like what can we do? Like all of us have orgs and all of us have positions. All of you guys have your group of friends. Like you start there. Ako personally, I stopped my apathy with my position. Like sabi ko, like I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of just sitting back and letting, our nation get fucked. So I was like, I have to do something. Ayun, like we're a dance org. Pero pinilit ko, sabi ko, we're still gonna talk politics kasi politics is ingrained everywhere. Sayaw man yan, pagkain man yan, clothes man yan, may politics in lahat. And that's something na I want everyone to always learn because it's always gonna be political. So yun, like I took it upon myself. I was like, I'll take the first step there. And hearing the response from all of my org mates was so relieving because I was like, okay, hindi naman pala, parang may point naman pala ako. Like, hindi naman pala useless yung gusto ko sabihin. So I guess it's more of to everyone who has, I don't know, everyone has naman. It's more of just take that step, take that initiative to actually reach out to your group of friends to to the people you have influence on, and really start there. Because once you start there, everything is just gonna flow from there. Yun.
Honestly, parang it sucks kasi slowly I see other parts of the world going back to normal, while us, we're stuck in this position na we have to watch everything and everyone fight for, rights, ganon. Pero wala pa rin nangyayari. And if ever meron man, honestly, I feel like babalik at babalik yung government to like bite someone innocent back, which sucks. Kasi nga, again, I'm really happy na, like Rafa said, there are apathetic people who are non-apathetic now. And I feel like I can say na before then, apathetic ako. I legit said the statement, I really don't care about politics back then sa high school. And I feel like it sucks looking back at it now, because maybe if I was more understanding before, parang I could understand more things now. Pero I'm just glad na more and more people, more and more of us are changing our opinions about certain things. So that only proves na people can actually change. And maybe kahit super tagal magbabago yung Pilipinas, maybe...
Ay, sino ba? Sorry.
Okay, go lang.
No, hindi, go lang.
Ay.
Hindi, okay lang.
Nagkahiyaan mo.
Grabe yung tension, guys. High school pa yan.
Go, ikaw na.
Okay, I'll just make it quick. I think the number one thing that we all have to do is to be informed, because to have a say on something, to feel something about a situation, you need to know what's happening. And like, if I don't know if you can catch the 1,000 Cuts, but there's one particular part that stood out in something that Maria Reza said. There are so many people in the Philippines that support her and support what she believes in, but so little stand up because of fear. So I think it's important to know what's happening around us and to think of other ways in which we can say something about it. Because, like, I agree with what she was saying on how fear, it's already been established in our society. It's something that's already there. And, saying something about, say, the government or anything political really puts you as a target. So, yeah, I think we need to learn how to be proactive and to think of other ways to what we want to say about the things around, like what Rafa did in his way of using dance to send a message. So those kinds of things. Our generation is a generation of creativity. Like, we have made so much innovation based on the skills that we can do, and I think that we can utilize it in here, not just in expressing some, but in putting a stand.
Okay, so medyo similar din sa line of thought ni Diego. Pero like what I said a while ago, I think it's just the first thing that you do is to recognize the power of your voice. Parang it's something that we treat so little because we think na, isang boses lang naman ako. Pero tandaan natin na a lot of the revolutions in the world was caused, like, it started with just one voice. And then, nag-echo na lang siya, tapos nagsama-sama. So yun, parang recognize the power of what your voice can do and how speaking up is, like, it can change the world. And then, like what Diego said, ayun, start learning, start with learning. I've been reading a lot and, like, listening to podcasts about things that are happening around the world, and I've actually been enjoying it. I used to, like, not enjoy learning, but because I feel that these things are important to know, especially during these times, it's something na really attracts me, yung mga commentaries and, like, reading articles about it. It's important to educate yourself first before you start acting. And then yun, you really have to ask yourself, like, after you've learned things, parang now what? Like, what do you do now? And kapag kasi namulat na yung mata mo sa nangyayari sa mundo, and I think I saw this in one of Ateneo's posts, na kapag namulat na yung mata mo sa mga nangyayari sa mundo, kasalanan na yung pumikit. Kasi hindi enough na nakita mo na yung nangyayari. Parang, what do you do? Like, you have to do something about it, because it's not enough to just know. It's time that you recognize your role in changing the world. And ayun, I also read something about I think it was Risa Hontiveros who said it, na it's okay lang matakot, pero hindi okay na maduwag ka. Parang we've lived our lives in fear, and it's okay because it's normal, it's human to be scared. But to be a coward and to choose not to speak up, especially when you're needed, that's when the blame is also on you. So you kind of enable the problems when you choose to stay silent. So, yeah.
Tapos, ko-continue ko lang yung parang idea ni Bea. I wanted to say something about that also. Kasi, yeah, parang I agree with everything she said. And I think on top of that then, especially since, you know, galing tayo sa Hume's na strand, a lot of us, yung courses natin, social sciences, communication, ganun. I think yung times din na to, may challenge para sa atin. Kumbaga, kasi, feeling ko challenge din to na gamitin yung alam natin, yung nalalaman natin, at like to find ways to make it more relatable to people who don't know about it, or yung mga hindi pa mulat tungkol sa issue na to. Kasi yung problema kasi ngayon, like although marami na sa circles natin yung natututo about it, yung nakikinig about it, I think may disconnect pa rin with the people like outside of our bubble. So ayun, parang in summary nga lang, challenge to para sa atin to really look outside and to think outside of like our own bubbles, our own boxes, and to really to try to find ways to reach out to those people who still aren't listening. Kasi yung paraan natin ng parang to learn about this issue, hindi pareho sa paraan ng sa paraan ng pag-consume nila ng news, ng mga issues na to. So, dahil, kumbaga may privilege tayo na mulat na tayo ngayon pa lang, kailangan natin to go that extra mile, that extra effort na hanapin kung paano mako-convince yung iba na tama tong pinaniniwalaan natin. Ayun.
Okay. In connection to Pat, you talked about us having a privilege, and with what happened in the past few weeks, I found it really disappointing to see some people who have the platform and like the power to influence, especially, it's none of you guys, it's really none of you guys, but there are people who have like a lot of followers, and they take the time to be online and to promote themselves for self-indulgent reasons, and it's like, it's so frustrating to see them na, diba, you see everyone being vigilant and saying something about everything that's happening, pero you choose to ignore that and still promote yourself or to like make it about you when now's not the time to do that.
Well, I feel like I've been lucky kasi I've never been really apathetic. Like, high school pa lang medyo, I think sometimes teachers would see me as very, very vocal about a lot of things. And, ano ba to? Siguro, yung idea ko kasi nun, parang I always felt that I had a voice. And sometimes, siguro, I used it too much. Pero, better than too much than too little, siguro. Pero I think now, looking back, meron akong something different na natutunan after being vocal. Being vocal or knowing about issues isn't just being about being right, about knowing what the right thing to do is, or what the truth is. It's also about basic human empathy. That merong separation yun na for me, na-realize ko later on that empathy plays a part into caring about the world. So I guess if I were to show how I see the world now is, I think I always ask myself these questions when I think about issues or take positions. Is that with this idea or with this position, do you see yourself as a more caring person? With this belief, with this stand, do you see the world as becoming more just, becoming more free? Are people more loving? Do you find people happier, having more dignity in the kind of the things that they do? And I think at the end of the day, parang we have to boil down about what it means to be caring about the world. Also comes back into how we see ourselves as humans. Ano bang kind ng tao gusto natin nang makita ang sarili natin? Merong dignidad, merong pinaglalaban, merong kasiyahan, at anong kind ng mundo yung gusto nating makita. When it comes to doing something, it goes back into what it means to be human. Are you more loving to other people? Are you more caring? Or do you I learned this late na, like parang are you nicer, do you say are you not rude to other people?
Being kind is something that we should like be, but also at a certain point we have to know when to hold the people in power accountable for the things that they aren't giving to the people. Normal naman, parang it's a basic human thing to always strive to be kind. But if na-agrabyado na tayo at yung mga tao outside of our circles, I think it's important na, I guess, let go of that desire to always be super duper kind and try to be more assertive with what we deserve as people, like the rights that are being stepped on and the injustices that are happening. Because honestly, like what I learned is, while it is the goal to be kind, but if the unkindness of other people are affecting us and are harming people, parang dun na nag-end yung that's where we draw the line na we have to stand for people who can't stand for themselves. So yun, parang I guess just to balance out the kindness thing, sometimes we have to let go of that desire to always be kind when the injustices in the world are already harming more people. So yeah.
Kaya ako yung focus ko empathy is because I want my actions ranging from trying to be nicer to other people to standing firm and pushing certain ideas to be more highlighted in the political arena, in society, etc. Is because at the end of the day, para sa ibang tao, para sa bayan ko to ginagawa yung idea na yun. So yun, siguro I am clarifying that I am not for toxic positivity. I'm just highlighting that whatever you believe in, you have to focus it on the question, para kanino mo ba ito pinaniniwala? Para saan? Para sa anong mundo? Para sa anong kind ng tao na gusto mong ma-build in the future? Is it a nice person? Is it a better person? Is it a just person? And that includes removing people who are not helping build that world. It means, for me, it means stamping out institutions, structures, systems that do not help build. Creating a better world means also destruction in some aspect.
Siguro yun na lang. Siguro to end it. Actually, tama naman yung sides din. Yung dalawang sides niya. Di tayo nagde-debate. Okay, walang away. Walang away. Siguro, i-share ko lang din. Okay, so parang one of my tweets. Parang sabi ko, parang totoo pala yung political burnout. Parang, imagine, ako, di ba, parang discussing politics, teaching you ganyan-ganyan, about nationalism, even myself, di ba? Parang na-experience ko yung political burnout. Then, parang kahapon yung kanina, parang nabasa ko yung article na sa Medium ba yun? Parang may nagsulat ng article about privileged kids. Yeah, parang gano'n. Tapos parang nakita ko na
privileged kids.
Yeah. Pero nakita ko sa Thailand yung context eh. Pero naisip ko na nagtuturo ako sa CSA. I'm also privileged. I mean, also part of the privilege parang sector. So, na-realize ko na the more we're privileged, the more now we need to express, voice out, nga sabi nila Bea, na kasi, di ba, voiceless yung mga taong walang isipin pa ba nila yung voice nila or yung chan nila, di ba? Yung pagkain nila sa pang-araw-araw. So, ang pina-point out ko lang dito is that we strike a balance. Yes, love yourself. Self-care, it's important. Pero at the end of the day, kaya yung first question ko it's about your per dev it's about yourself. How do you cope up with the situation? Then, yung second question, it's about your surroundings. It's about your society. So, wala siyang, at the end of the day, hindi siya hiwalay. Magkasama yun. Parang at magkasama yun na, yes, you think of yourself, but at the same time, think of others also. Doon papasok yung empathy, yung sinasabi ni Jetro kanina, yung kindness, pero at the same time, hindi lang tayo nahihiwalay sa society natin. So meaning, you're part of that society. And I think we need to fix ourselves, we need to think of ourselves, then at the same time, tuloy lang natin yung laban natin. Kung ano man yung meron tayo. And don't, wag kayong mag-isip na porket, for example, you're very vocal about it, yun yung standard ng right or citizenship or magiging tamang Filipino citizen. No. We have our different ways. Staying informed, sabi ni Diego kanina, that's one. Diba? Empathy, that's one also. And if you can voice out, if you can help, diba, kung maging vocal about it, go. Yun lang. So, may different forms din tayo how to express it. Pero ang tama yung point, ang punto nun, at least alam mo yung nangyayari at may gagawin ka dun sa alam mo nang nangyayari. So, yun. Actually, very proud ako. Si Mavic nag-message yan sa akin. Imagine Mavic, Rafa nung politics, ayaw ng politics ni Rafa eh. Alam ko, sinabihan niya ako. Sinabihan niya ako na, sir, I hate your subject, I hate politics.
Uy, grabe niyo ako ganun
Imagine mo.
Silent hater lang ako.
Sinabi mo sa akin yun.
Growth, guys.
Yeah, tapos yun, diba? Si Mavic din, parang ang saya. Yeah. Sobrang nakikita ko, na-appreciate ko yung ginagawa nyo. Diba? Parang growth. Ayun. Sobrang proud ako sa inyo actually. Yan lang. Nakaka-miss. Nag-wrap up na nga ako. Sorry. Time na nag-bell na.
Will I take the photo?
Oh.
Okay, wait.
Sino magti-take ng picture?
Me.
So how long until the next meetup?
By there's a second page. So you have to smile twice. Just in case. And then this is 5 seconds. Okay? Okay.
So how long until the next reunion?
4 Okay, next page. I'm not here now, okay? Wait lang. Okay, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, another one. Page 1 ulit.
Hello?
Sorry. Baka kasi nagkamali ako just to make sure. Okay. 5, 4. Actually guys, yung page 2, parang may mga umuulit na page. Okay, yun okay na yan.
Okay na?
Yeah. Sir? Hello?
Nag-lag out.
Ano ba?
Nag-freeze na si sir.
Naglalag na ako.
Good night, everyone.
Nice.
Night.
Nice.
Jethro, see you in a bit.
Good, thank you.
Hanggang 3 AM sila.
Hey, let's have a real personal reunion pag pwede na.
Yes.
Yeah.